2x KO is packed with details Riot never explains. And some of them are so subtle, most players will never notice them. From hidden character interactions to background moments happening mid-match. These are the kind of details you only catch if you're really paying attention. Here are 10 things you probably didn't know about 2x KO. Here's something a lot of players don't know about. 2x KO actually includes an offline mode that you can launch directly from your game files using offlinelauncher.exe instead of the normal Riot client. When you play in offline mode, all champions are available by default, even if you haven't unlocked them in the online version. And any cosmetics you've already unlocked will still be accessible too. You still won't have online features like matchmaking, lobbies, the shop, or progression screens, but you do get training mode and local verses with the full roster. It's perfect for labbing characters before you buy them, practicing setups with friends locally, or even running offline tournaments without having to painstakingly unlock every character. Here's a cool little 2x KO detail that a lot of people don't know about. You can change the look of your champion before the match starts during the loading screen. For specific skins like the Arcane set, if you hold S1 plus S2 plus tag during the loading screen or intro, your character will change appearance. So you can do things like remove a jacket or switch hairstyles before the match starts. It's a small hidden trick, like finding a secret code in an old school fighting game. A lot of chromas in 2x KO aren't just color swaps. They're honest references to famous fighting game characters. For example, Blitzcrank has chromas that clearly nod to Potemkin from Guilty Gear and Sentinel from Marvel vs. Capcom. Caitlyn's orange chroma is basically Cammy from Street Fighter. And then there's Jinx, whose chromas are full-on character homages. So I'm gonna put a picture on the screen of a Jinx chroma, and you tell me, which character is this referencing? This one's blink and you miss it. If you try to deploy Jinx's chompers while she already has one active on the stage, the move just doesn't fail silently. She actually shrugs. It's a tiny animation, but it communicates game logic through character instead of UI pop-ups or error sounds. Little things like that make the controls feel more intuitive and make Jinx feel more alive as a fighter instead of just a moveset. Here's a small Ahri detail most players miss. When Ahri lands her level 3 charm ultimate, almost every character is completely overtaken by her magic, frozen in place, clearly enchanted. But Jinx reacts differently. Instead of looking hypnotized, she leans in, like she's expecting a kiss on the cheek. It's a tiny character-specific animation, but it reinforces how Ahri's charm isn't just a stun. It's seduction magic. And Jinx processes that in her own chaotic way. Here's a background detail that's pure fan service. On the Pharaoh's Promenade stage, if you're not playing Caitlyn or Vi, you can spot them in the background, sitting together, casually eating cupcakes. They're not fighting, they're not interacting with the match, they're just on a date. It's a quiet nod to their relationship and their arcane portrayal, tucked away where only observant players will notice.
So what will it be?
If Darius is on Annihilator's reach, you'll notice more soldiers appear in the background. And if you start the fight as Darius, or switch to him mid-match, they'll start cheering for their general. It's a tiny touch, but it makes the stage feel more alive. And it's a great example of character-specific details Riot added into the environment. This is one that not everyone catches right away. Vi's face tattoo and side-shaved hairstyle actually flip depending on which side of the screen she's on. Everywhere else, her tattoo is always on the left cheek. But in 2x KO, it flips depending on where she is on the screen. That's not a mistake. It's a classic fighting game technique called mirroring. To keep animations and hitboxes consistent, whether you're player 1 or player 2, the model is mirrored. So her tattoo ends up switching cheeks. So yeah, that flip is intentional. Here's a fun bit of history for you. Back at Worlds 2019, Riot dropped the animated music video for their virtual music group, True Damn It, which was part of the League of Legends World Championship festivities. If you go to the very beginning of the Giants music video, right around the 7-second mark, there's a wall of posters in the background, and included among them is a red poster with a silhouette that kinda looks like Darius, and the word fight, which fans later recognized as an early tease for Riot's fighting game project that would eventually become 2xKO. A tiny Easter egg that most people would never notice unless they're looking for it. Here's a hidden detail that most players never even notice. While you're waiting in the social lobby, your chibi avatar can interact with the environment. If you find the light up platforms, you can jump on them in the right order. And if you manage to hit all of them, it triggers a confetti explosion across the entire lobby, and everyone can see it. It's basically a little mini game built into the lobby to pass the time between matches. And that's it. Those are 10 things you probably didn't know about 2xKO. The game is packed with tiny details Riot never really explains. And once you start noticing them, it's hard to stop seeing them everywhere. If you're looking for controller settings, I've already got a full breakdown up on the channel, so check that out next. And if you enjoy this kind of deep dive stuff, let me know in the comments. I've got more videos like this on the way. Peace.